Joining me now are our legal experts in today, attorneys Ed Garland and Paige Pate. So thanks so much for coming by. I have to acknowledge both of you are quite good criminal defense attorneys. So, you know, we get that perspective. So I'll start with you, Paige. Sure. What about the online information? How will prosecutors be able to use that?
Well, it's going to be difficult because I think they're going to have a problem tying it to relevant evidence leading to either an intent to kill his son or the criminal negligence they're trying to prove. It may show that he's got a bad character, but normally that type of evidence is not going to come in unless they can tie it to the elements of the crime.
We keep hearing over and over again, Ed, that, you know, he led a double life. How far will that go for a jury in a trial?
It raises a lot of speculation. It tends to place him in a bad light. But you clearly face that. It's not any direct proof that he did an illegal act in relation to his son.
The findings of his online behavior, does that help or hurt the prosecution?
I certainly would advance that it helps. If he was sexing or at the time he left the restaurant, his mind could have gone somewhere else just like that. So that itself may provide a defense.
All right, so let's talk about the toxicology report in clean for young Cooper Harris. How does that affect the prosecution's case?
It's another piece of evidence, like Ed was talking about, that could really go either way. I think from the defense, they'll say, look, clearly we didn't attempt to drug him, we didn't try to sedate him. I say we now, almost assuming the mother's going to be charged, but there's no evidence to suggest this was an intent to keep him quiet. Prosecution, on the other hand, will say, look, he was just at breakfast a few minutes before. There's no medication in his system. Why would he go to sleep that quickly?
Right. All right. Well, let's follow up on what you just said, assuming the mother will be charged. Do you really both agree that that is going to happen?
I don't. I think the whole case that they have against him is based on a lot of speculation and conjecture and is really probably going to have many weak parts to it when the full picture is presented.
What do you think?
Well, I agree with Ed that they're not there yet, but the investigation is far from over. They are continuing to look at the evidence they gathered from the computers. I'm certain they're listening to whatever she's saying to her husband at jail. She needs a lawyer, by the way, not his lawyer, but her own lawyer. So they have some time, and it'll be interesting to see.
All right. Well, you always bring interesting perspective here to the studio, and I appreciate you coming in today. Ed Garland.
Delighted.
Thanks so much. We'll be calling on you again.